What's up everybody, Owen here from Devil's Watches. Just thought we'd put up a video today. We got a few messages on Instagram of people asking us, hey, I'm looking to buy a watch. What should I consider? What should I look at? What should I know? So today we're going to do 5 things that you should consider when buying a watch. Number 1, sizing. A lot of people when they buy watches, if you're buying in the kind of the lower range, the 100 to 200 to 300 euro or dollar range, you usually buy online. So get to know what watch size you like. There's no point seeing a beautiful watch that you like and saying, oh, that's gorgeous, I love it, it's 42 mil. What's that mean? Oh, whatever, it will look good. It won't look good. You know, get to know what size you like in your wrist. I have big enough wrists, but I still don't wear big watches. I don't like anything over 40. I wear 40 and dive watches. Usually like dress watches. For me, I like 36, 38, but that would be classed as a small watch. So find out what you like. Also find out what size the strap is. Because if you get a watch and if you're going to put 100, 200, 300 euro into a watch, you want to be able to change it up. So make sure if you're getting a watch strap, it's either like an 18 mil or a 20 mil. They're just easier to get straps. So if you're wearing your watch for a couple of months and you don't think it looks good in the black leather anymore and you want to try it on rubber, it'd be a lot easier to find straps that suit your watch. Okay, number 2, if you're just getting into watches, this is what happens a lot of watch people. It happened to me. You get carried away with watches and you buy a watch and in 2 weeks you're kind of thinking, you know what, I need another watch. Or you see a watch and you think, oh, I need that, and then you buy it, and before it's even delivered to you, you've seen another watch that you want. So when you're buying a watch, take your time, look everywhere, pick one watch that you want and wear that watch. Stick with it for a few months, get as much wear out of it as you can, because like every watch, you do get sick of it, but if you buy it right, you'll always wear it. But enjoy the watch. Yeah. Second thing, or another point on that, is when you're buying watches, and a lot of people get carried away buying a lot of watches, don't buy the same watches. Don't buy, like, say what we have here, like a tank style watch. Don't buy a tank style watch and then buy another one, and then buy another one, and buy another one. You see a lot of people that they like a certain, like a plain dial dress watch, and then they go out the next week and what do they buy? Plain dial dress watch. And they just get caught up, and before they know it, there's 3 or 4 of the same watches. So if you're going to have a good collection, you want kind of a watch for every occasion. So you want your work watch, where you wear to work every day. If you work in an office, maybe a dress watch. If you're work on building sites, or you're an architect, or you're out postman, whatever you are, and you move a lot, maybe you want more of a sporty kind of watch. So don't go buying the same watch over and over again. Number 3, other people's opinions. Don't get caught up on what I think you should buy, or what he thinks you should buy, or what he thinks you should buy. Buy what you like. Don't. A lot of people, especially in the watch industry, especially on YouTube or Instagram, or it's with everything really, like influencers. If someone just says, I know a lot on YouTube, it's the SKX, the best watch, everyone needs one. What one watch you need in your collection, and it is at a reasonable price that you could probably buy it as one of your first watches. Don't fall for it. Like if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like a certain watch and you watch the review on YouTube and they said, oh, it's not the best watch, or it's this, or it's that, or it's oversized, or the strap doesn't wear well, or whatever complaints they have with the watch, who cares? If you like it, you like it. If you're gonna wear it, wear it. And with friends, and I know a lot of people, as you get older, you kind of realize that it's your style and that's what you want to do. But especially say people 18, early 20s, you see someone wearing a watch. I know everyone, like, you know, every 18-year-old wants an Armani watch. You know, everyone walking around there and like, oh, look at this is Armani, and to them that's the watch that they want, and not a watch I take. But at that age, that's what they kind of want, and then their friend has an Armani and this, and then before you know it, you see the guys and they're out in the bar or wherever they are. It's 18 in Ireland, so you can't be in the bar. If you're in America, stay out of the bars till you're 21. And they're all there, they're bowling or doing what they want, and everyone's wearing the same watch. That's not the idea of watches. The idea of watches is that, like, your watch represents you, what you stand for, what your style is. So don't get caught up wearing the same watches as all your friends, unless if you all like the same watches, all like it. But try and get something different than your friends. So, and you can talk about it then. If I'm driving the same car, you're driving the same car, and he's driving the same car, you want to talk about cars, you know, we can all say, oh yeah, we have the best car, but the conversation ends there. So number 4, if you're buying a watch, you're going to buy your first watch, try stay away from vintage until you're like in it for a while, because with vintage and what you think is a good bargain, especially on the likes of eBay, you end up seeing a watch that you like, thinking it's good, and then you end up buying it, and before you know it, it's not keeping time. You don't know how to handle a vintage watch. You may, if it's a manual, you may overwind it. You know, you can't give it the care you want, and especially if it's your first watch, you're probably not going to spend thousands on it. So just be careful on buying vintage watches. I'd probably advise stay away from them at the start. Maybe buy vintage themed watches. There's a lot of reissues where watches, they look like they're vintage counterparts, but they're, you know, they might be a quartz, or they might be more durable, or you're not going to have many problems with them. So I'm not saying stay away from vintage for forever. If you have a friend or an uncle or a dad's friend that is selling a vintage watch, and you know keeps time and he's happy with it and he can stand by it, or if you're buying it from a dealer or a brick and mortar store, yeah, go ahead with it if you like vintage, but just get the knowledge of how to handle it. But in general, if it's your first watch, I'd try and stay away from vintage. And then finally, number 5, enjoy it. I kind of jumped there, but enjoy your watch. So get a watch that's for your lifestyle. If you spend every day in an office block, get a dress watch. You know, get something like that. Get a watch that you can wear as much as you can. If you work on a construction site and you're laying blocks every day of the week, there's no point you having a dress watch. You know, if you're sitting in an office all day and you're nowhere near water, there's no point you having a dive watch. You know, if you like it, you can have in your collection and maybe for the weekends, but get something that you can wear. If you wear a suit every day, probably don't buy a G-Shock. You know, it just doesn't go. Get something that goes with what you do every day. So if you dress casual, something more casual. If you're a suit and tie every day, get that kind of watch. But enjoy it. Wear as much as you can. Wait before you buy your next watch. There's no point. A lot of people, when they buy watches, they end up buying, say, $100, $150 kind of watch for their first watch. Before you know it, they 3 or 4 of them, and then you're looking at your collection and saying, "Wow, I spent $700, $800 on watches, and I don't really like any of them anymore. You know, they're worn, or if I had $800 now, I'd buy that. You know, whatever, vintage Omega." And the thing is, when you get more higher price watches, like, they hold their value and you can't keep their value, but if you buy a watch for $100 and you wear it for a year, you're not going to sell it the next year. You know, you won't be able to get your money back. So it's not that it's wasted money, because you're getting the enjoyment out of it. But don't buy too much and spend too much on a lot of smaller pieces. You know, maybe what I'd recommend is, if you like dive watches, okay, get one good dive watch and then fill in around your collection. Or if you like field watches, or you like dress watches, or you like sports watches, get one watch that you like the most and put your money into that one, and then fill around it with the more cheaper watches. And then as time goes on, you can either upgrade your expensive watch to the next level, or you can keep that and then you can buy, say, your dress watch. So you'll have a nice sports watch or a nice stainless steel diver, and then you can buy your vintage dress watch on a leather strap, and then you have bits of both. But try and go for one good watch first and then fill around it. But yeah, you know, if you buy a good watch, you're not wasting money. Just enjoy the watches. That's all I can say. We're coming on to 10 minutes, so I'm gonna let you go. But before I do, please Check out our website, www.devilwatches.com. Check us out on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. We're on LinkedIn. Go check it out. Give it a follow. Subscribe on YouTube. And we're trying to try and do a video every week just to get it going. If you have any suggestions or anything you'd like me to talk about, please let me know on any of the social media or comment down below. But thank you, and enjoy making your first purchase.